Shabbat Shalom from Temple Concord. We celebrated Passover last week, and we began an ancient tradition that doesn't get talked about a whole lot, but I think has some real value. On the second night of Passover, we began to count the Omer. Now, the Omer was a special grain offering that was brought to the temple each day in the times when the ancient temple stood in Jerusalem. And we'd go, in this period of the Omer, we count from the second day of Passover all the way to Shavuot. We do this to count down the time between celebrating our freedom, which we celebrated at Passover, to the time of receiving Torah, which we celebrate at Shavuot. Now, counting is nothing new, and it's something we all know has value. After all, we all count down the months when we're expecting a child, or the days till a vacation. And in the Jewish world, we celebrate counting all the time. We count the days to a bris after a baby boy is born. We count during Shiva, the days of mourning. We count the 5 books of Moses, or the 10 Commandments. And we know that counting has value. At this time of year, though, the counting teaches us to slow ourselves down, to recognize the magnanimity of all the things that we see in our own lives. Becoming free was an extraordinary event, and receiving Torah is an equally enormous event. And so by pausing each day and counting, and saying blessings for counting, we give ourselves a chance to understand, to digest all that we're experiencing, and to make those daily experiences sacred, rather than just another day going by. So I hope you'll take a chance over the next 7 weeks to count the Omer. There's a simple blessing you can say, and when you're done, you'll recognize that that act of counting, of pausing each day, gives new meaning and new things to savor as we consider our freedom and the Torah that has been given to us. I hope you'll join us at the temple this Friday evening. We have services at 6 o'clock p.m. We'll celebrate the naming of Ezra Berry, who's an adorable little boy. And on Shabbat morning, we have our final Pesach and Yizkor services beginning at 11. And on Saturday evening, the WRJ will be sponsoring a post-Passover pasta spectacular, so you can come and eat all the good, yummy things we haven't been able to eat during Passover. And during the coming week, we'll resume our regular activities and classes and programs here at the temple. For now, though, I wish you a Shabbat Shalom, a Chag Sameach, and the value and joy of counting, of pausing, of taking time to savor all that surrounds us, and to see how much we can gain simply by hitting the pause button, slowing down, and taking everything we have, not for granted, but rather for joy, for celebration, and for holiness. Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach.